The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Money's coming to me.
The market is, as you say, it is not tanking. The Dow's at 21,000. I guess it's because we expect dreadful news on the economy throughout the month of April. It's an expectation thing, isn't it? We've almost have we baked it into the cake here?
Oh my God, Varney, it's just unbelievable. These people, they're so stupid. It's just unbelievable. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Let's get right to it. What's going to happen with this market? This is going to be the biggest crash ever. I hate to tell you that. And that's why I always have my gang members prepared to make money on the downside. How many times do you hear me say that? You've been listening to this show for the last 20 years. I keep telling you the same thing. Why would you you would never buy a car that didn't have reverse, would you? But why the hell are you in a stock market with 401ks that you can't make money when the market's going down? The other day I heard again this stupid cost average down. Yeah, so as the stock crashes, and by the way, this isn't going to be a 30% crash, a 40% crash, not even a 50% crash. This is going to be 60, 70% or more. Because, see, what people don't want to realize, and what Wall Street won't admit, and what fake business news networks won't tell you, this is the extension of the 2008 crash. They interrupted the 2008 crash with stock buybacks, with quantitative easing, with QE and stock buybacks, printing money. I mean, think of this stock market. This has been the biggest fake rally ever in history. Think what they did after 2008. When the stock market was crashing, they said, let's stop it and let's not go into recession. That was stupid alone. They should have let the economy go into a recession. They should have let all these bad companies go under, including the banks. I say this every day. And that, by not doing that, they didn't let the 2008 stock market crash complete itself. They interrupted it. They propped it back up because they didn't want to suffer the consequences. Who are they? The elitists, the 1/100th of 1%, and the 1 percentile, who 85% of their income comes from the stock market. They they wanted to get their money back quickly. We talked about this yesterday. This was so stupid what they did. Keep propping up the stock market. Keep propping it up. I mean, all they did was what a formula they had. When the stock market crashed, they said, here's what we'll do. Let's just keep printing money. We'll keep printing this money. We don't care if the purchasing power of the money goes down because we got plenty of it. Screw Main Street. So what? They're living check to check. Who cares about them? But you and me, and I'm talking about the big boys talking, the Bill Gates, the Buffetts, all the big boys, the gangsters. We got plenty of money. We got plenty of money. But let's protect here. Let's get back what we lost. So they simply turned around and printed this money, and they started to buy every bond they possibly could buy. They turned around, they printed money, they started with $65 billion. $65 billion a month they printed to buy the bonds, to buy the bond market, to buy bonds, to get the interest rates down. That's what they did. I mean, what a con job. Are you kidding? Anybody else would be in jail. That's all they did. They simply said, we're going to take and we're going to get the old printing machine out and we'll start printing all this money, and then we'll take that money and instead of investing it into business investment so we could build the companies back up, because remember, from business investment, you get increased productivity. From increased productivity, you get increased wages. And where do those wages go? Two different parts of our economy. Wages go to savings, and the savings is the big one. And the other one goes to consumption spending. Spending is 72% of our GDP growth. If you want the economy to grow, you need spending. You need spending. And when you print money and give it to companies for business investment, it works. That's what they should have done in 2008. If they cared about Main Street, that's what they would have done. They would have printed the money and gave it to business investment, buy new machinery, new equipment, new technology at the end of 2008. Then they would have turned around and productivity would have gone back up. And then your wages go back up. And then from those wages, that money goes into savings. That from the savings, here's the key, small businesses, the startup businesses can be financed. The startup business is the biggest, is the mainstay of our economy. The small businessman, the startup business, that's what keeps this economy going. Not Amazon, not Facebook, not Netflix. It's the small business, the entrepreneur. But the only way the entrepreneur can get going, he's got to go to a local bank. He can't go to Wall Street. He's got to go to a local bank. So if you print money for business investment and you increase productivity in your company, then you give wage increases to your people, then they're going to put money in savings. And from that savings, if I am a middle-class person, I want to start a business, I go to the bank, there's plenty of money for me. In the meantime, the other money from higher wages goes to spending, to consumption. That's how you revive an economy. But they didn't want to do that. No. That would take too long. It would help the little guy. It would help Main Street. They didn't want to help Main Street. They wanted to help themselves. So they said, let's do this instead. Let's take the money and we'll divert it away from business investment. And let's buy our shares down. Meaning, if you have a company and you've got 15 million shares, remember 2008, they knew that, hey, we had to start reporting earnings. You know, every quarter, every quarter, we got earnings. All you hear about is earnings. What do you think the earnings are going to look like? Think the earnings are going to be good, bad? Remember how it works. When earnings season comes, you got to hope that you spent money to increase your business, to increase earnings. You need a lot of earnings when that earnings comes. And you got to show you got plenty of earnings, because you got to have a lot of earnings to spread over your shares. So if you have 25 million shares, you better have enough earnings to spread over those 25 million shares to push your stock price up. And if you don't have plenty of earnings to push over your 25 million shares, your stock price is going to go down. So in 2008, the Geisters got together and said, look, we'll make sure the stock price doesn't go down. So what we'll do is we'll take all the money away from business investment that will help workers, that help spending, help small businesses. Let's go in, and people won't know what we're doing, and we'll go in and we'll reduce the amount of shares we have, so that way we don't have to worry about earnings. Think of earnings as profits. So what they're basically saying is we don't need profits to push up the stock market anymore. We'll do this con job, which used to be a felony. We'll push up stocks without profits. We just simply reduce the amount of earnings, the amount of shares we need, rather. This is ridiculous. Unbelievable what's going on. And nobody gets it. We'll be right back after this break with a lot more.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance and long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. The fastest drop in history, 3,000 points in 3 days. Wow, but we are right there with my color-coded chart. How many times did you say, listening to me, boy, he's negative, he's just a grumpy old man? And I kept telling you this would happen. And with my color-coded chart, it worked. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com, where you get the color-coded chart and you get my membership free for 10 days. And the best thing is this, that you can, without any work at all, at 2 o'clock, go to my site. We have a video posted of our portfolio stocks. Just select which one you want to follow. Every day, we tell you exactly what to do based on the color-coded chart. If you just follow those instructions to a T, then you're going to have the highest probability of being successful. Check it out, philsgang.com. Get it free for 10 days, the membership and the color-coded chart. See you on the charts.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
The economy looks absolutely awful. Would you tell us honestly, from your perspective, how bad is it?
Well, look, obviously this comes from the exponential spread of the virus and the containment and mitigation measures that our health team has put together.
Oh, shut up. Listen, this does not come from the virus. You got to understand, before the virus ever happened, the market was already imploding. In 2008, they never fixed it. It was imploding. See, everybody thinks this virus, boy, this was a great excuse. What a great excuse this is. Blame everything on the virus. Look, government spending 40% more than their income, that didn't happen now when the virus occurred. That's been happening for the last 12 years. The government debt growing 35% faster than the economy. That's been going on for the last 12 years. Our net worth, the United States of America, is negative 20 trillion. That's been going on for 12 years. So don't tell me this is the virus, Larry. Yield curves were inverting. Yield curves were inverting. They just started to invert this year, or 2019, remember? And an inversion of yield curve tells you it's over. When the government says, I'm going to give you more money on a 3-month treasury than I will on a 10-year treasury, it's telling you the economy is dead. It's dead. They're saying, look, I'll loan you, please give me money. The government's begging for money. I'll pay you interest on high interest on 3 months. I'll give you more interest on 3 months than I'll give you on 10 years. What does that tell you? You're in trouble. If I go to you and I say, look, I'm going to give you more interest, honest, I need money. I'll give you more interest on 3 months, Mr. United States, than 10 years. What's that tell you? You're suffering. That didn't happen on the first week of February. That didn't happen. Our inflation was brutal from 2009 to 2020 because of the printing and the printing and the printing and the printing of money for this quantitative easing to keep propping up the stock market, to prop up the crash. Instead of ending the crash, they kept the crash going. They just stalled it. They just put a halt to it. They kept printing money, printing money. Healthcare went up 27%. College loans went up 30%. Homes went up 50%, rent 60%. That didn't just happen the first week of February when this virus happened, the market crash. Budget deficits have been exploding. We've been spending more money than we've been taking in now since 2008. We're spending $147 million a day. $147 million a day, and we can't even take that much in. Are you kidding? This didn't happen. See, what nobody understands, and they did a good job making sure you didn't understand. This is the 2008 crash continuing. So let's think about this. Put it this way here. Think about it. How do you move a stock up? How does a stock go up? So the market crashed, right? How do you get a stock to go back up after a crash as it goes down? Well, the first thing you got to do, that company's hurting. The company has very few earnings. So to move a stock up, you got to have enough earnings to spread over the number of shares you have. So if you got that 15 million shares, and this is after the crash, and you don't have enough earnings, your company's not growing, your company's flat, and your earnings are terrible, and when the quarter comes and you got to report your earnings, you don't have enough earnings to spread over your 15 million shares, that means your stock price goes down. And in 2008, every company was in that situation. By November of 2008, December of 2008, going to 2009, they knew the next 3, 4, 5 quarters, there wasn't enough earnings to spread over the amount of shares they had to push the stock price up, which meant the stock was in danger of the market going down again. And they should have let it go down again. They should have believed in free markets. Free markets. Not engineering. So what did they do? They said, okay, let's print all this money, and instead of giving the money to companies so they can use it for business investment, get new equipment, new machinery, and then at new equipment, new machinery, your productivity goes up, then your wages go up, and those wages, where do they go? Where do they go in the economy? Some of the wages go to the banks for savings, and the other part of the wages go for consuming. 72% of our economic growth comes from consuming. Right. 72% of our economic growth comes from consuming. So if your wages go up and you have money to consume, then that means your economy is going to grow. But here's the big one. If wages go up, you put money in for consumption to grow your economy, and you put money into the banks. That's the real one. That's the big one you need, because the money goes in the banks. Then the small businesses, the startup businesses, which is the backbone to our economy, which has always been the backbone of our economy, they can go to the small bank, a startup, a middle-class person can go to the bank, I'm starting a business, and he can get funding. But remember how the bank gets money. You've got to have the Federal Reserve print the money, give it to the company. The company uses that money for the right thing. New equipment, new machinery. Increases productivity, wages go up, and then the guy, he has new wages in his pocket, he puts some in savings, and that bank has enough savings, they can start providing money to the new startup businesses, which is the backbone of our company. The other part of the money he's got, he can use to spend, to consume, which the economy goes up. But they said, no, let's not do any of that. Let's not do any of that. Screw Main Street. Screw the little guy. These are the big guys. They're all saying, take care of ourselves first. Wall Street, take care of ourselves first. The 1 percentile, take care of Wall Street. And where do they get their wealth from? The stock market. So what did they decide to do? I'll tell you when I come back. And then we're going to talk about what stocks you should be in. You got to learn how to make money when the market goes down. If you don't, it's over for you. Take the 401k and use it for toilet paper.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, I love the 401ks. You know, they say to you, okay, if you have a 401k, review your investments. Review them. Consider trimming exposure to maybe the Asian stocks. Evaluate multinational companies. U.S.-based multinational companies with large-scale exposure. Strengthen your positions. Here's what they leave out. Shorting them, making money on the way down. But see, they lock you in. They don't want you to ever sell your stock. That's how they make money, these 401ks, these gangsters, these crooks, these pirates. Think for a moment. You lost $2 trillion in your 401k in 2008, and you stayed with them. You stayed with them. And then worse, you jumped into bonds. That's like jumping out of the fire into a sewer pit. I can't believe it. People stayed. $2 trillion they lost in their 401k in 2008. They're still in them. Since February here, the last week, people are jumping into bonds. What are you, nuts? What are you going to make in a bond? Look at the yields. Not even 1%. And what it tells you when you see yields going down in a bond, it tells you looking forward in the economy is going to get worse and worse. Look, this is reality. You've been screwed since 2008. Since 2008, they've been saying to you, this is the longest economic expansion in recorded history. No, it wasn't the longest economic expansion in recorded history in the last 12 years. It was the biggest fake rally in history. And how did they get the market to rally? By the Federal Reserve printing money and making sure it didn't go into business investment, which would have increased their productivity, which would increase your wages, which would have gave you money to spend, to consume with, without borrowing. Your money would have went into a bank. Small businesses which have started up, which that's where the strength of this nation comes from. That's where 80% of our jobs come from. See, it's so important that businesses do business investing. They got to invest in their own business to get your wages up. Then we have a strong company. As long as your wages are going up, then you got a strong country. Because you're the person, when your wages go up, you drive this country. Because when you put wages, some of those wages in savings, then we get these small business starts. Then when you consume, you go to the store, you're not using your credit cards, all your credit cards. Instead, they took the money and said, no, we're going to do a trick. We're going to take our number of shares and we're going to keep driving those shares down. We're going to keep buying our shares, get them lower and lower. If we have 25 million shares, we're going to get them down to 5 million. Then we're going to get more money from the Federal Reserve called QE, print money, and they'll give us that money. And I'm not going to put it in business investment. I'm not going to make sure my people are getting wage increases. I'm going to take that money instead, and I'm going to buy my shares down from 25 million to 22 million to 19 million. Why? Because then I don't need earnings. Then when the earnings season comes, and my company's going to be judged by earnings, if I can lower the number of shares I have, keep lowering the number of shares, then I don't need a lot of earnings. Then when the earnings season comes, the few earnings I have, I'm spreading over less shares, my stock price goes up instead of down. And that's what we've had for 12 years, called QE. Stock buybacks and QE, the biggest threat to our economy. To our economy's growth. That's what that was for 12 years. But nobody gave a damn because the people who were benefiting it was the 1 percentile of the population. Let's say even 5 percentile of the population. What they were doing by keep on reducing the amount of shares they have so they didn't have to worry about profits. Think about this. It was prosperity. Prosperity without profits. And it was the biggest threat to our economy's growth. And who talked about that? Who talked about that before he was president? Trump, the candidate. He came right out and said, this is the biggest threat to our economy. This quantitative easing, these stock buybacks. Because stock buybacks is only the transferring of money from the company business investment account that was earmarked to increase your wage for the Main Street worker. Instead, the money is transferred upward to the CEO, who reduces the amount of shares. So when the earnings come, and he's got very few earnings, he has no problem. He can create fake profits because he's spreading his earnings, his lousy few earnings, over a lot fewer shares. And you know what? This is going on for 12 years, and they're calling it the biggest economic expansion instead of the fake business news network calling what it was, the biggest fake rally. And what you needed to know is when to get out before it crashed. My members knew when to get out before it crashed. In fact, I told everybody this market was going to crash in January 16th of 2018. I want everybody to mark down this date, January 16th, today. That Phil Grandy said, on this date, January 16th, this is the beginning of the stock market crash. And I went on to say, we're going to first get just a little bit of a pullback, 5%. Why? Why only 5%? Well, because it's going to take a long time, I said, to crash. It'll probably take a year. I said December will be the worst month. Remember, I forecast out almost 11 months. I said December would be the worst month. Why? Because every time there's bad news, every time the stock market pulled back just 2%, 1%, everybody would jump in and buy in the pullback. Why? Because they were climbing the wall of worry. Keep climbing that wall of worry, building that wall of worry. They had confidence the Federal Reserve and whoever was president would keep printing money. Would keep printing money and keep giving that money to CEOs to keep reducing the number of shares they owned, the company, that they keep reducing those shares, so they didn't need profits. They didn't need earnings. Few earnings could spread through those few shares, and the stock price would just keep soaring. But this day was coming, and that's why we always talk about how to short a stock, how to make money when it goes down. And when I took for years and I built my color-coded chart following the money. Follow what money? The bank money, the institutions, the big institutions, the insurance money, all the big money, the hedge fund money. Follow them. Because it will turn red when they start taking their money out. It turns green when the money goes in. But the key is 75% of the people never know when to get out of the market. That's why people hate the stock market. And that's why they get fooled and they go to bonds. Then they run to a bond that's paying you not even a one handle. Never mind a three handle. We used to get 3.2% from a bond. Then we used to get 2.1% from a bond. Then we got 1.1% from a bond. Now we're getting not even a 0.5% from a bond. And you're out there buying more bonds. You don't even care if it doesn't pay you anything. Oh, I'm safe. No, you're not safe. Instead of being ready when these things happen so you're making money when it goes down. Look, a lot of you say, I just wish I could find somebody. I don't want to learn. I don't want to go to class, Phil. People said that to me all the time. Phil, I hear you all the time on the show. I love your radio show. But I said, why don't you join? I don't want to learn. I don't want to go to class. I don't have time. I don't want to learn. I want to know things. So that's why they go to a broker. That's why they go to a 401k, the lazy way out. So, okay, so we thought about it, and we said, look, why don't we take the chart we use for ourselves, the color-coded chart that says money going in, money going out, then why don't we just give people, offer a program where people don't have to do anything? Where at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you post a video, and then you decide which stock you want to follow. We give you the instructions, when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell, and when to make money when the market's going down. Just as easy as it's going up. This is ridiculous. We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. How many times did you say, boy, he's negative about the stock market? He's just a grumpy old man. Well, it proved out I was correct. Myself and my chart. Color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell. Hey, it's free for 10 days. Check it out. You get the color-coded chart and you get my membership. Both free for 10 days. This time, you're not going to be surprised when the market crashes. You will be positioned perfectly. Check it out, philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. I'm just reading where it says, businesses, they're talking about 401ks, right? Now think about 401k. It's the worst product in the world. People actually buy this product. They don't know what it costs. They have no idea what it costs. They have no idea about how many hidden fees are in there. There's 27 of them. They don't even know there's any fees. They took a survey, and some people said, "Oh, I didn't know you paid fees." It's just automatically. They start this 401k. Oh, you go get a job. Oh, and they're going to match your pay, and you're going to be rich when you retire. Really? How'd it feel after the dot-com crash, your 401k, you couldn't get out in time? How'd it feel the housing and financial crash? You couldn't get out of your 401k in time. How's it feel now? You're in the QE crash. You couldn't get out of your 401k in time. Oh, just stay in. Don't worry. You'll get it all back. Well, what if you don't have it all back by the time you're ready to retire? And when your stock goes down 33%, you just don't get back even going up 33%. You're going to need close to 50% just to break even on the 33%. The 401k was never intended to replace the pension. Never. Because they know the 401k, when they put it together, everybody knew it wasn't ever going to throw off adequate income to guarantee a monthly retirement check. A pension did. And there's no way to short a 401k, the stock's in it. But that's what we do. That's what we focus on. And you don't even have to learn how to do it, for heaven's sakes. You don't even have to learn. At 2 o'clock, we post our video of our stocks. It'll say to you, Intel, sell short. Here's how many shares you should be selling short. Here's when you should add. Here's what you do. Here's what you don't do. We give you the instructions. If you follow the instructions, you're going to do just fine. We do that every day. We post the instructions based on our color-coded chart. Our team gets together during the day, during the peak of the day after the market, from 9:30. We call the peak of the day from 9:30 to 11:30. Then we identify what these stocks are going to do, the highest probability, based on what? Not the garbage, not the noise, but the cash going in, the cash going out. Is it stronger than the economy? Is it weaker than the economy? Is the trend? What's the trend doing? And then we post and tell you exactly what to do. Nothing's 100%. Not going to tell you it's 100%, but sure better than anything else out there, my color-coded chart. If you don't believe me, try it for 10 days. Judge me on the performance of the chart and judge me on my performance of my team. 10 days, you don't pay a damn thing, nothing. It's better than what you got now. What, you going to run to a bond? Not going to work. Just remember this. We didn't, they said, I was just reading this thing for they said that warning to 401k people, businesses are not making as much money. No kidding. It really is going to impact your stock. Excuse me, they weren't making any money from 2009 to 2020 February when the market crashed. You pretended they were making money. You duped them into thinking they were making money. They weren't making money because they duped you into thinking the stock market, as long as it was going up, it reflected the health of the economy. So all they kept doing, whatever stock it was, let's say one stock had 25 million shares, another stock had 15 million shares, another stock had 10 million. I don't care what stock you pick, they all have shares. And as long as for the last 12 years, they never put money into the stock for business investment, but buy new machinery or anything else. For 12 years, they've never did any business investments. They kept saying, okay, I got 25 million shares. My earnings are coming out. My earnings are coming out this quarter. I got to buy more, so I go to the Fed. I say, keep printing some more. Can I have some more of that free money? I got to get my 25 million shares down to 22 million. My earnings are coming out. So the more they could buy their shares, reduce the amount of shares they owned, then when the earnings day came, then they're spreading their earnings over less shares. They don't have to care anymore. Remember, it used to be all you ever focused on as CEO every day, 24/7. How do I get my earnings up? How do I get my earnings up? Because you're scared to death every quarter. I know, I ran a public company. Every quarter you're scared to death. Am I going to have enough earnings to spread over my 25 million shares? If I didn't have enough earnings because I wasn't a good manager, and I get, you know where you got punished if you're a CEO? I ran a public company. I ran a public company. You get punished if you don't take money and invest it back in your company. Because if you invest it back in your company's going to do better. Your people are going to do better. Wages go up. The country does better. Everything does better. Oh no, after 2008, our owners didn't care about us. They turned around and said, let's just keep reducing the amount of stock I own. So whether it's GE or whether it's Ford or whether it's Facebook, they kept making sure they keep reducing the amount of shares they owned. So they didn't have to worry about earnings anymore. Imagine that. Imagine that. They didn't have to have profits. Prosperity without having profits, and the stock kept going up and up and up. And then the headlines, this is the longest economic expansion in history. The headlines, stocks are going up with no profits.
Our economy is booming.
Yeah, booming. And the stock market keeps going up. But guess what? The stock was going up, but their profits weren't, their earnings weren't. It was all this fake stock rally. But boy, everybody's paying for it now. Now what's going to happen? The problem you got now, it's just not going to, everybody thinks, after 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks when this is over, market's going to go all back up again. Fed's going to keep doing the same thing. Market's just going to keep going up no, not this time. Not this time. They blew it. They should have stopped this in 2010 because the balance sheet of the Federal Reserve, remember, they only had 400 million shares on their balance sheet. That's it. 400 billion on their balance sheet in 2008. Now, by the time we hit February, they had 4 trillion. What do you mean? Well, they have to keep buying. They're printing money and keep buying treasuries. They got to keep buying treasuries. So 2008, they had only 400 billion on their balance sheet in treasuries. Now they got 5 trillion. It's the only way they can keep the market going up. is keep buying bonds to make sure the interest rates stay down. Make sure the interest rates stay down near zero, so all the CEOs don't have to pay hardly any interest. Well, that didn't work for the CEOs because now guess what? The CEOs have historic debt. Historic debt. Households have historic debt, $15 trillion. Why? Well, because their wages didn't go up. So what the Federal Reserve did, so they'd go spend, they printed enough extra money. So they printed money for the CEOs to buy their stocks down, to get those shares down. So when earnings came, they could show a fake profit. They printed extra money so that the person who didn't get a decent wage increase over the last 10, 12 years, he had a credit bubble he could go to. He could use his credit card. He could go buy a car for 7 years. I mean, it was crazy. Everybody was financing motorcycles, financing this, financing that. So what the Federal Reserve did, they said, we'll print all this money and we'll buy our shares down, but what we'll do is print extra money and give it to the consumer and let him go borrow. Because your wages wouldn't go up, you couldn't save. So your consumption came from borrowing. And then what does CNBC say and Fox say and all those fake business news networks? Say, boy, look at this economy. It's all backed by the strong consumer. Boy, isn't the consumer strong. Every day that's all we heard before the crash. The consumer's strong. What did I say? He has to be strong to carry the amount of credit cards he has in his back pocket. You got to lift weights before you leave the house in the morning so you carry the credit cards that are in your back pocket in your wallet. You got to lift weights. Let me tell you, oil, gold, join my gang. That's what we are going to be focusing on for the next 12, 14 months. Now, remember, tonight, over the weekend, go to my Phil's Gang YouTube site. I do a whole thing on this economy, how we started and how we ended and what the future is. I did a whole thing for you. Okay? Just go to Phil's Take. It's called Phil's Take. It's on my YouTube site. It's free for anybody, and you'll love it. Explains everything. Look, join my gang. 10 days free. 10 days. And at the end of 10 days, you can make a decision if I'm full of crap or not, and my staff. And you're going to find we're not. And for the first time, you're going to be so comfortable that you're not going to care if the market goes down or up. Because for the first time, you got someone telling you to get out in time. But more than get out, to make money when it goes down. Just test me for 10 days. I'll prove it. It's free. See you on the charts. Have a great, safe weekend.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.